Welcome back, everyone, to another episode of today's podcast where nothing's off the table, including our drinks. My name is Alec.
My name is Brandon. Today we're going to be drinking Dark N Stormies.
A drink whose namesake was coined by a sailor who said the murky beverage resembled a dark and stormy night. This drink features dark rum, lime juice, and ginger beer.
You beat the shooter or
You
something?
darn right.
He had a list.
My gosh.
And everyone's like, oh my God, I love you, Alec.
Yeah, that's sick. No, what happened was Brandon and I were walking outside from work away from the building.
Oh, you were dreaming about him.
Yeah,
He always
ideally.
does.
Oh,
We were walking away from the building where we work with two or three friends of ours that were leaving work with us sometimes that day. And I got outside and I'm walking up the street to go where our cars are parked. And there's this person coming towards us. And I don't remember why, but like I heard somebody yelling and then he just starts opening fire. And I'm like, no. And the heroic being that I am,
Obviously.
I get in front of all of them and I barely get hurt. Like very not hurt at all. I'm like, I start sprinting at him and I tackle him. I beat the crap out of him. And I'm like just screaming at him. And then they all catch up to me and they're
What's
like,
your effing problem?
what is your problem? And they catch up to me and I'm like, I just saved their lives. And then I woke up and I was like, I just saved their lives. Like, I'm going to tell them about this.
He came to work that day.
Like, I had the sickest dream last night. I was like, you know what dreams are indicative of? What I would do in real life. You're welcome.
Do you remember that
If
episode of
they are.
SpongeBob where he's trying to get into Salty Spittoon and he fakes
How
a
do
fight
you
with
count up your-
Patrick?
Yeah.
That's what I imagine you
Yeah.
were doing.
No. This guy really wanted to kill us all with bullets.
oh, nice. So heroism beats bullets. is what
Yeah,
you're
so
saying.
does heroin. Last night, my
That's-
dream was...
That's a good one. Clip that. Clip the shit out of it.
Chat, clip that.
Man,
Last night, it was just weird. Like, I failed at work, and then they got mad at me, and they said, you didn't do your job properly. And then...
Just doesn't even sound like a dream.
I can't go into a lot of specifics right now, but basically I did not perform well, got yelled at,
Usual.
and then the punishment for me the punishment for me not performing well was, well, we don't want to get you in a lot of trouble, so we're just going to repo your car. And in my dream, I was like, don't repo my car.
Where's my car?
Where's my car?
I start screaming and I'm like crying and I'm like yelling, like, don't repo my car. That's how I got here. Let me go home. And they're like, no, hey, calm down. I'm like, hell, nigga, calm down. Are you kidding me?
Actually,
I'm like, how do I get my car back? Because I'm like, repo. In my dream, I'm thinking repo means I can get it back somehow. So I'm like, how do I get my car back? They said, it's real simple. It's real simple. You just got to go to the repo man and you got to pay off all the payments on your car. And I was like, oh, that's not that bad. Like in my dream, I was like, that's not that bad.
All right. Yeah, that's reasonable.
That's reasonable. I just got to pay off my car. And so then they're like, we called your family ahead of time. They're here. They're going to pick you up. We're going to ship you back. And I'm like, ship. So then I walk outside and there's literally this giant bus. Like it's probably the size of a Boeing. It's huge.
A
And then-
mega bus.
it wasn't a 787, was it?
No, but it was this giant bus, and then they're like, "Okay, get in the back," and I start going to the
Why
back.
the
and there's-
back?
Well, because
Back.
in my dream, I
White.
had a that's sick. I had a coach ticket, so I was sitting economy, and they're like, "Okay, you have to get in the back," and so I go up the stairs to the back of the bus, and in my dream, I didn't think anything about it. My family was going with me. If you're economy on this stupid, magical, massive bus, you have to climb through the window, and you have to crawl over people that are already sitting in their seats, and then you have to slide down into your seat while you're like this with like a row of 14 people. I'm like, this is fine. Everything's fine.
This sounds very like Brave New World.
Yeah,
like,
and I was like,
dystopian future.
this is an hours long bus ride. I don't remember where I was, but we had driven a long ways to get to this area, which is why I was being shipped. And then I sit down, and there's these people next to me that are like not normal. They're not completely like
They're dumb.
they're not dumb, but they're like
Handicapped.
I didn't say that.
Extraterrestrial.
Why? No, you just mocked them. You didn't
No,
mimic
no.
them.
Well, that's what they said in my dream. And I looked over. I'm like, what's going on? Because I'm still like tired in my dream and I'm really upset. And then I looked to my left and she's like, and there's this woman that's like, hey, do you work at this place? I'm like, yeah, I do.
Yeah.
And I tuck in for the long haul and I wake up and I'm like, what the crap was that? And when I woke up, I first realized, why would they repo my car? Secondly, my car's paid for, so I don't think they can.
Yeah, and you said dreams are indicative of what you do.
Yeah. And
You'd be stupid.
dumb. And then thirdly, another part of the dream was like people had left a bunch of clothes because it was like a work function, and I just got all of their work clothes and I just had them with me. It's like, why did I do that?
So I'm gonna play Dream Interpreter real quick, and correct me if I'm wrong.
Go for it.
So
I trust
it
you. You're
seems
Jamaican.
I don't understand that in other ways. So
The Caribbean.
you got your car repoed.
Right.
Essentially,
My
you
car
were
was
left
repoed.
to the devices of your workplace. They
Uh-huh.
decided what happened with you and how you ended up going to figure out your car. You
Okay.
got shipped, right?
Uh-huh.
Is what you're describing. So
Right.
you feel a lack of control. You don't feel
Okay.
control of your situation.
Feel ticked.
And then you get left with all of the pieces of clothing, in which case is represented by the rest of the people that you work with.
Oh gosh.
And you now feel responsible for more than your fair share
Oh,
because
no.
you have other people's clothing that you're carrying, which presumably is important to what work you're doing, right?
Uh-oh.
So now you're feeling extra load and you're carrying that alongside you.
Load.
Maybe
Big
you're
load.
just kind of tired. Yeah.
Oh, I'm exhausted. I'm not claiming anything about that. Which is funny because of the four of us here, I'd be willing to bet, based on your arguments, I could probably sleep the best, just naturally.
No, dude, I
He-
fucking sleep great.
Well, yeah, now that you got a machine.
He eats ashwagandha pills.
Well, yeah, I ran out
Oh, dude, you
Is
ever
he-
tried a melatonin gummy? That shit is fantastic.
every night.
Yeah, I
Every-
don't.
Just started taking melatonin.
The
Do you?
This work cycle.
You
Really?
did?
and how's it
Yeah.
working for you?
Pretty good. I
Yeah.
go to sleep a lot easier.
Do you get sick dreams when you do it?
I don't remember any of my dreams,
Really?
which is why I'm so surprised you're able to recall yours with such vivid detail. 'Cause
Oh, yeah.
I wake up and most of the time I don't even know if I had a dream, and sometimes if I do dream, I can't recollect anything. I can
Oh,
just be like, I dreamed.
I'll lucid dream sometimes, and that
That
wild.
So someone who pays more attention to their dreams remembers more and more, and then eventually gets to a point where they can recognize they're in a dream and lucid dream.
I've done that 3 times now.
So if you want to start remembering your dreams more and get to lucid dreaming, keep a dream journal.
Why are you pointing at me?
But that's my thing, is how can I keep a dream journal if I can't even remember any of my dreams in the first place?
So
You want me to tell you
You-
how to dream?
If you remember one at all, immediately wake up, write down whatever scribbles you can in your half sleeping
Super.
state.
so this
Red
might
ball.
not work for
Ferris wheel.
Oh yeah.
Back asleep.
Sad clown.
If you do you find that you wake up and then go back to sleep per chance? Like, is that something that you do, or you just wake up and you're like, I'm going for my day, this is the start?
Usually the latter.
Okay, so like I find that I can more easily recollect my dreams if I wake up like kind of half asleep, and then I'll make the conscious decision to go back to sleep, and I'm aware that I'm dreaming now, and I can remember more so what I'm dreaming about. I don't know if this is like something that other people do. I used to lucid dream a lot when I was like younger, and to the point where like I would be like, I'm in a dream. In particular, it felt like a defense mechanism. It was like, this dream is bad for me. I feel terrified. Like my body was in a fight or flight, and I could feel it. And I was like, I need to stop doing this.
So you would control the dream
And
to get out of it.
Yeah, like because it's scary. Like
There's
you're
a
in.
Blue's Clues episode about that. There is. It's called the Nightmare episode.
No, there's not.
Look it up. It's about this little girl who's dreaming, and Blue and Steve have to go inside of her dream and make her realize she's dreaming, and then she starts changing. Yeah, she starts changing the haunted ghost environment.
The old
nightmare.
Steve?
Yeah, that she's at. Well, it's the new one isn't called Steve.
What's
Wasn't
his
one
name?
that Steve's a pedophile?
No. What?
No. Not every childhood actor
Right.
that you
sure? I
remember
thought
is a
something was wrong.
pedophile.
Steve is revered.
It was about drugs.
You're thinking of Pee Wee Herman.
You are thinking of Pee Wee Herman. He was not a pedophile.
He wasn't a
just pervert.
pedophile.
Was the subway
Just a
guy
pervert.
named Steve?
Hey,
Jim.
can you
Oh,
call him a
Jim.
pervert
No,
though?
no, that wasn't Jim. That was
Jared.
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 Jared from Subway.
So
Can you even call Pee Wee Herman a pervert? He was just in a
Yeah.
freaking
He
movie
was
theater, one of
touching
those
himself
theaters.
in an adult theater and got caught.
That's what people do in adult theaters.
That's what's
the only
expected.
reason
That's not
he's
what
a
you're
pervert is
supposed to
because
do.
he's famous and he was doing it.
Well, it's what it's expected. It's not what you're supposed to do. There's a
What?
difference.
It's what's expected.
at work today, someone told me that you were in a pumped up kicks kind of mood. So and this is gotta go back to like you being stressed out about stuff. So I just wanted to bring that up.
On air? Why would you bring it up on video?
Did it make you anxious around him?
So I just felt like we
That
should
is
talk about
sick.
that.
That's sick.
In light of this shooting that happened a couple of
messed
days ago at this point, at the
That's-
release of this episode.
That is so messed up. Who was it? I want their name so I can write it down.
That is actually whoever said that. If we don't say the name, that's fine. But that is fantastic.
Yeah,
that is a beautiful imagery. Like that works so well.
I wanted to like laugh because it was funny, but at the same time, like when you say that, it's kind of like, oh,
You just added
oh,
in Minecraft to the end of it. It's fine.
okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna
There
put
you go,
sharpness
right?
3 on my bow. I'm gonna blast you.
Wait, I don't think you put sharpness on a bow.
I don't know. I'll fire aspect. Fine.
Whatever, punch back or whatever.
Knockback.
Knock back.
You play more Minecraft than I do, nerd.
Have you
I don't
seen
think so.
those like Minecraft cons where whoever made
Minecon.
Minecon?
Minecon.
Minecraft, whatever,
The
does-
Comic Con for Minecraft?
I think that's a different thing.
What? What did I say?
No,
But like
I think that's what he said.
the like kids get up there, they start asking questions, and they can't ask the questions all, and like it seems like they have an issue or something. Have you seen that? Have you seen
What?
those videos?
What are you talking about? Like,
Yeah, you know what I'm talking about?
like they're stuttering?
Like almost like they got Down syndrome or something.
Oh no, poor kids.
Wait a minute. How do you... First of all, people with Down syndrome, very easy to recognize.
Yeah. No, they don't have it. I know that they don't have it, but
What
it's
do you
just like they get up there and they're just asking the dumbest questions, and I don't know where I'm going with this. I gotta be honest with you.
Yeah.
What videos? At Minecons?
Yeah, like there's
What-
the
what-
panel. But the guy who made Minecraft is like sitting there and he's asking
Oh,
questions.
like Notch?
Notch.
Is that who it is?
That's
Yeah.
his name. Yeah, I forgot.
Yeah, not. Well, it's not an actual name. It's
Well, no,
Minecraft.
It's
name.
like pseudonym or whatever.
Yeah, whatever.
yeah,
Have you played Minecraft?
like 10 minutes of it.
Of course he has. Look at him.
10 minutes. You?
Actually, no. I get
I-
kind of overwhelmed
I didn't
with
think
games
so.
like that.
Like sandbox games?
It's the
Oh, you don't know what to do?
building games, like the open world kind of like build your own adventure. You can make whatever you want to make. I don't have that creative gene to like.
You
No, I
know-
don't either.
You know how I play it to get past
I
that?
want a single player. Give me a
a story.
direction or like a multiplayer game where the objective is to win whatever task it is. Very easy. Give me an easy actionable item
when I hop into a game like Minecraft, because I'm similar, like I set a goal for myself. So I at least have like okay, I'm doing this. And like everything I do is in lieu of this goal or whatever.
Yeah.
Like killing the Ender Dragon.
No, that's not my goal usually.
That's the end goal of the game.
Yeah, but it's not. No one really cares
What
about
I
it. They
used to-
care about getting to the end.
Yeah.
What I used to do in Minecraft was because I wasn't that creative. I would go online and I would look up blueprints, and I treated it like Legos. Is I would follow the person's blueprint guide as to how to build like a house, and I would just make different builds, and I always thought that was fun.
Would you ever get tired of that? I feel like
I mean, I only did it once, so
yeah. There we go. That's the one.
He doesn't play a lot of Minecraft. Though.
No, it was fun though. What?
That kind of defeats the purpose, though, doesn't it? Like the point of Minecraft is for you to be creative on your own and like
Well,
do your own thing.
I like
No?
creativity. What is it? I like to create for the sake of creation, if that makes sense.
It does.
So like
Yeah.
when I go in Minecraft, I am then satisfied when my build is done. If I'm using somebody else's blueprint, like the same with Legos. What's the point in buying a bunch of random blocks that somebody else decided looked good together? It's because when I'm done, I got this cool thing that I designed, or not designed, but put together, and I have at least an hour or two of accomplishments that I can show for it.
Designing versus building.
Yeah.
I like building more than designing. I don't like designing.
Yeah.
I
I
agree.
mean, I think that shows in some of our choices in life, you know, like doing work per se is more fulfilling, like when you have a set directive rather than making up your own. Because I mean, arguably, we all chose paths that were fairly directed for us, you know, like it's very clear what the goal is and we do those things.
Yeah, we're not bosses of a company. We
Yeah.
work for somebody.
Like we're not entrepreneurs. Like this is the most creative thing I've been a part of outside of like performing and doing things like that.
Yeah, and we got the idea from another person.
Yeah. Yeah, because anybody
all
can buy a mic and sit down at a table
Yeah.
with a
Right.
really nice, like really nice
Right.
made
Excellent.
sign.
Beautiful sign.
Beautiful sign.
I would say it's fantastic.
Most beautiful sign.
Back to the shooting. What are everyone's thoughts?
Okay, Lee Harvey
Wait, oh.
Oswald.
Before we go on, I am not a school shooter.
Thank you for clarifying.
That's like saying that's like
I
me just randomly saying
I
like
completely-
I do not diddle sheep or something, and then
Well,
it automatically
said-
makes everyone think like, does he diddle sheep? Why would you say something like that?
He specifically said that I was in a pumped up kicks mood. I had to address it because I realized I made jokes about it, but never actually said it. All right.
What school?
What?
He was talking about work.
Oh, sorry. I am not a work shooter.
Well, that certainly makes me feel better about going to
Thank
work
goodness.
That's okay. You'll be fine at work tomorrow.
That's fine.
Tomorrow.
tomorrow. Hey,
And
I
not
like
show up.
you. Don't show up to work tomorrow.
This is the second episode in a row we talked about school shootings. What was it? When did we talk about that?
We also, I at least I mentioned mine called.
Yeah.
We somehow mentioned like
This is American
Nazis
2024.
at some
Yeah.
point.
Yeah.
I'm glad we could joke about this.
Oh, what's your opinion on Operation Paperclip?
I already told you my opinion on Operation Paper.
Yeah, well, we don't have it
this
on
was
video.
this was the last episode.
I think it was necessary.
Oh crap!
Yeah, see, my side.
What's called? I
Yeah,
like
see?
paper clips in general.
And he knows what it is.
Is that the question?
Do you know what Operation Paperclip?
So
is?
I didn't know what it was either, but you probably know that this happened.
Okay.
The U.S. pretty much gave like Nazi scientists the option of either being in prison or helping the U.S.
Oh, so
With
like
their
in the
engineering
space
department.
race.
project type shit.
Yeah,
Yeah. Okay. Okay.
and designing bombs.
That's interesting. Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know if I feel like it was necessary, but I imagine that around that time it was probably helpful in pursuit of like nationalistic glory, you know?
Yeah, and my point last episode when we brought it up was that
Careful.
it's easy to say it now, but like in that time frame. Like it's like, okay, this guy can rot in jail, or he can
produce.
forced labor, freaking help us beat the Russians.
Is it really forced? It's more like coerced.
It's coerced.
It's you go to jail, or you help us do your science thing, beat the Russians,
That's more coercion. That's not really
or the
coerced.
Soviet Union at the time. Well, what does it matter?
Let's
So-
not worry about the little details right now.
On a lighter note,
From Nazism.
on the day,
It keeps ignoring.
is it like a faux pas
Freaking shooting.
to like talk about the day that we're recording this?
No.
Okay,
I don't think
so in the setup for today, I wanted to talk about this because I feel personally involved in this. England
As
is
a-
playing Spain
Oh,
in the European Championships today,
Oh,
as well
which
as
part of you is English or Spanish?
neither.
Oh,
But I have a deep devotion to the sport of soccer, and I enjoy watching it.
Something.
Yeah, some would call it football, but the Brits called it soccer first, and that is actually a proven fact.
oh, suck it.
Yeah, exactly.
1776.
you also watch soccer?
No, I'm actually an American. I don't watch soccer.
What are you talking about?
Oh,
You were talking about watching the game.
combining this
Yeah.
here?
You were talking
Yeah,
about watching the freaking soccer game with people later.
Yeah, that was just because I'd rather just hang out with them. Like I don't really care about the soccer.
Wow.
That's just incidental. As
He's
it
a-
were.
He's a tag along.
No, he's saying rather than doing this.
I was gonna sleep
Yeah.
right now.
That's
Cause
sick.
I'm dying.
This is so much more fun. Do you
Yeah,
know?
I'm having a good time.
Apparently, you get better sleep than me.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, look
My
at the
nose
size,
works.
Look at the size of his nose. Look at it.
I just cleared a ring.
You two actually
All
have
the air.
you have very similar sized and shaped noses. That's uncanny.
Oh, that is
We're actually
true,
related.
actually.
Compare them.
We are related.
We can see you apart.
We've been
and
trying to keep it secret.
You just
That-
had to bring it up.
I'm only looking at your noses now.
Secrets
Are no fun. Secrets
hurt someone. Where do you know that from?
The Office.
Breathing.
The prostitute that
Oh,
sorry,
yeah.
the stripper that Michael paid.
Oh. Why is prostitute the substitution? Is it just
Oh, because I forgot that her goal in that episode wasn't to have sex with somebody. It was for a bachelor party.
gotcha. She was a stripper. Makes
Yeah.
sense.
That's
Yeah.
why I said stripper.
Okay.
The second.
Oh, okay. So the shooting that happened yesterday.
He's not talking about penalty shootouts, by the way.
That's hockey. That's not soccer.
No, that is soccer.
Butler,
It's irrelevant.
PA, Butler Farm Showgrounds, Trump rally, shooting,
What are you talking about?
grazes Trump.
Who?
Kills
He ate grass.
a woman in the process, from what we know now.
Was she young?
What are your thoughts?
Elderly?
What do you mean?
Well, I'm sad for the woman that died.
I don't know anything about the woman.
Yeah.
I don't know if there's any news about the woman.
Are you kidding me?
It's actually not surprising how the media works that we actually wouldn't know anything about the people. Like
Why are
the
you
story
thinking
is
hard about
definitely
this?
the
Hmm?
political
I'm not.
thing.
Okay,
I'm worried about
It
the
doesn't
woman's
show up
family
in
that
any of
died.
like the
He survived.
news article headlines.
what
or
about the
whatever.
shooting?
Yeah.
What about the shooter?
He died, didn't he?
Yes, he got shot.
So he's probably fine. I mean, he's dead.
Yeah, but I mean, even
He's dead. He's not fine. He's
look
dead.
at this. We're googling "woman died at Trump shooting," and the only thing that we get is pictures of Trump. Like,
There's no pictures of the woman dead.
well, I mean, obviously there's
That's
not, but like you'd expect words about it, maybe.
Oh, I'm sure there is.
Doctor killed woman directly.
But of course, the news is that Trump got shot at and a woman died in the process. Like that's every news article.
Yeah. As
What
a-
you want to go? You
So-
want to get the conspiracy?
As a Twitter user, also don't look me up. I was reading the posts in the aftermath, like immediately after, and it was interesting to me because I'd seen a trend that essentially broached the question on whether this was something that was staged. I'm not sure if you want to weigh in on whether you believe it was staged or not, but I thought it was interesting that the state of social media in this 2024 world that we're in, that was trending, and then I saw a tweet from Elon Musk that said, I support President Trump, or I support former President Trump in becoming president again. And I did not see that trend on Twitter again.
So
for
you're
the rest of
saying
the night.
that setup was trending, and then Elon Musk, instead of posting, he posted that I support Trump for president after a shooting.
Yes. And immediately after seeing that tweet, I went back to the main trending page on Twitter, and it was no longer trending on Twitter. And I mean, I don't remember the exact numbers, but it was a fair amount of tweets that were like, set up. This was the trend that was going. Who knows? I won't say here or there what I like. I don't have any beliefs on whether the act was a setup or not.
But is that is that indicative of okay, the setup is probably true and someone's trying to cover it up, or is it that's BS? Setup is a BS idea, and that's misinformation.
That's interesting.
Which has been X's new thing is correct or fact checking people on both sides.
Yeah. So as a user with my personal interface to it, typically, I would not say the words addicted. Don't look me up. The trending tweets will still stay trending, but they will have addendums added to it. So you'll still on your page that is directed with everything, where they aggregate everything and the algorithm actually really works, not your followers on Twitter. There's a specific page for you, which is people you follow, and then everything else is just kind of like an explore page on Instagram. You'll still get fed everything. However, they will have these notes attached to them that basically say that this is false, or the community has guidelines for what this post was, and this is misinformation. And I don't think there was any of that was going on, because it's all speculation, right? You can write opinions and you can make your opinions on the internet. And I think that was primarily an opinionated thing. But they can also manipulate how you see things. So if they wanted to stop you from seeing things, I don't think that's very hard to do.
Sure.
I know that didn't answer your question, whether the type of content was specifically about, yes, this is a setup, or a setup is a hoax in this case. It's not possible. I genuinely don't know, and we won't know probably ever. But what we do know is that effectively, this is probably helpful towards the Trump campaign.
But that's been known for any attempted assassination or assassination.
Yeah.
Where'd he go?
Didn't that happen with Reagan?
He walked out.
Didn't Reagan get reelected right after his
Well, it was an attempt, and then he's missed me or whatever. So that became his joke,
his
missed
balloon.
me.
The balloon.
Yeah, the balloon. Yeah.
Missed me.
He
was freaking cool. He was.
I mean, okay.
Also,
if this is a setup, a shot that clipped an ear from an untrained 20-year-old man.
Also heard
from
that
Butler, Pennsylvania.
A teleprompter shattering that caused that.
Well, if it's a conspiracy theory, the person that
is
was 20 years old, probably irrelevant in this case.
If it's a conspiracy theory that's this person was hired to do this and then basically commit suicide because you're not getting out of it.
No, it's not. It would be so. The way that most of these assassination attempt conspiracy theories works is X person performed fake assassination on person, and then planted dead body, discovered on scene while actual individual is gone.
Yeah, but as a fake assassination, to shoot someone and clip their ear instead of half an inch, 2 inches over, actually killing the person, that is a very close attempted fake assassination.
Well, the way
that is close to call.
The way that you would fake
this person was trying to kill Trump.
The way that you would fake that, if you were going to fake it, is you would have a small explosive charge on his ear with a timer set to go off probably from another device, and then you would just have the person shooting nearby.
Kill a
then-
woman in the process.
Yeah, well, I mean, if you're talking conspiracy theories at this level, the woman doesn't really matter to the person that they're trying to have the conspiracy theory for. You know what I mean?
So does he have real bullets or fake bullets?
Well, if
Because he
If-
killed a woman.
if the woman is, well, the thing is, a lot of conspiracy theories say is that the woman just doesn't exist. Like if they see a woman, it's either not a real woman or they just fake it.
The woman's dead.
Is she actually dead?
Yes.
There's 2 reported as of now.
Oh, yeah. Okay. There are 3 total dead. The shooter and 2 innocents.
There were witnesses.
I mean,
There was,
it was being
what, like
broadcast
20,000
nationally.
people at the rally or something?
Yeah, but did they all see the woman shot?
There was, yes, there was
A
plenty.
sufficient number
There
of
was
people.
plenty of people that saw this woman get shot and fall from the bleachers.
So then, really, the conspiracy theory would be like, are they willing to sacrifice seemingly random woman
Right.
and probably
And a high rate 20-year-old who has probably no history
Again,
of this.
not
A
hire
former Republican up until the last year, apparently. He was a member of the Republican Party.
They probably would have sacrificed him, just like grabbed him from somewhere, shot him, and then planted his body,
Absolutely.
and then shot the woman, and then exploded the charge on his ear if you were going to generate a conspiracy theory that way. The alternative is some random guy tried to shoot a former president, either missed or decided to shoot through a person, and then barely grazed him by accident. And then
Yeah.
got shot to death by Secret Service.
Yeah, instead of
like-
shooting him in the head,
Which one do you want to believe more? Is really
half an inch, quarter of an inch away.
All I'm saying.
How far away was the shooter? You know yet? Are those deets out?
I don't know.
I'm sure if you looked at a map, you can figure out what building versus the stage.
Where is Barry?
I'm sure you can look it up.
So, like, journalistic folks, from what I've been reading in the last 2 minutes since I've been here,
2 minutes.
are phrasing it in the way of they're investigating a potential assassination attempt.
What?
I think that I don't know exactly what determination would go into.
What else would it be?
Right? Agreed. No, I totally agree with you. I don't know what it would be classified as if it wasn't an assassination attempt, because there's a large political figure with shots fired directly.
I think there's a
his
different
direction.
legal definition between attempted assassination and attempted maiming, maybe.
Maybe.
But I mean, if you're hitting that close to someone's head, you're not aiming to maim. You're aiming
Not
to
trying to
kill.
get their ear.
Yeah, you're aiming to kill.
150 meters.
That's not that far. That's like what, 450 feet?
Yeah. Also, I heard it was a small venue.
It's
as
pretty
well.
far.
450 feet. Depending on the scope on his AR-15, that would have been a much easier
Is
shot.
that 450?
Roughly. I mean, 150 meters is about 3 feet per meter.
Yeah, which is why he was so freaking close to his
Yeah.
head.
450 feet.
And this is a 20-year-old. That's not enough training. From Bethel Park, too. From Bethel Park, Pennsylvania. That's a rich area of
they-
Pennsylvania.
Are they bad
really
outside
shooters
of
in Bethel
Pittsburgh.
Park?
It is a good area of Pennsylvania.
More money, more problems.
Yeah, we used to compete against Bethel Park.
I'm honestly surprised they bothered to name the gun. They usually don't, but it seems like because it's an AR-15, they're trying to name it.
Yeah.
Which, in my opinion, excuse me, would be more indicative of a conspiracy theory by people that want to have more extreme gun control.
Now we're going down the rabbit hole.
Because typically you don't name what was used. Like almost always, if you see a attempted assassination, you will see rifle, you will see gun, you will see knife. You won't see,
It was rifle
You won't
until they
see-
figured it out.
yeah, you won't see AR-15. They won't say that.
I feel like
Oh.
when I was first reading it, it was rifle. And now it's AR-15 because they have more details. I don't know if that's...
Almost nobody would provide more details on the exact gun used. They might mention the scope if they're really curious, or
Hercules.
the bullet type. They're not.
Hercules binoculars.
They're not. They're not gonna.
Just read it.
They're not gonna say. He had Hercules binoculars.
That's what it said.
So like,
unless they're misread.
can I make this in like Call of Duty? Is that like a thing? I
An
don't know.
AR-15.
I don't know.
Yeah,
In the new one maybe.
yeah, an
No.
AR-15.
Not in Vanguard.
They have M16s, but it's their M16 is military. AR-15 is civilian version of the M16. Where'd it go?
So
Nope. No, that was the sniper who took him out was using binoculars called Hercules.
Why would they mention the
I don't know.
product.
It's from NPR, so they're just putting everything in.
Is it product placement?
It could be.
NPR is paid by Hercules.
NPR.
Binoculars.
Yeah.
I don't think this is a conspiracy on any level,
Okay. So
even for gun control.
we've got no on conspiracy.
I mean, I'll go with no. I don't know.
Okay.
How am I supposed to know?
Alex.
I think everything's a conspiracy.
Yeah,
More so Justin Trudeau.
that's fair. I mean,
You're not going to get away from me, Canada's handsome man.
Handsome?
He sucks.
Are you advertising for him?
No,
Why are you calling him
I
handsome?
wish he'd step down. That's what they call him. It's like Canada's favorite son, Canada's handsome man.
Son of who?
That's the question.
Hercules branded.
That's true.
I have the
Boys.
answer, but nobody wants to believe it.
It's not an original answer or thought.
It's Castro. That's the answer.
What happened was terrible, and innocent people died.
Yeah, don't kill people.
Yeah, like that's
And for
probably
anyone-
a good way to do things.
For anyone that can't say that this was a terrible act and murder is bad, like people that I know online commenting,
What did your What did your sister say this time?
someone posted a picture of like Trump down on the ground on the stage, like blood, and he's like covering his head. Secret Service are jumping on him. You've probably seen the picture by now. And then someone that I went to high school with commented and commented a laughing face. And someone was like, "Why is this funny?" And he's like, "Because he's an enemy of the United States, and I don't care what he does or what happens to him." It's like, wow, okay. You're in support of the death penalty, which this person, I bet, is not. And also you're in support of murder. That's cool. You're wrong. You are wrong to say anything other than this was terrible.
I did an essay on the
I
penalty.
don't think it's political.
Facts. Preach it. Preach it, sister.
What do you think about the death penalty?
Oh gosh.
I did an essay on it in high school.
What do you
Debate
think about
me.
the death penalty?
This sounds like you're an expert.
I did multiple very what do you call it? Controversial essays in high school and college. Mostly college.
That sounds like you're a master debater.
I can't oh
I like this.
Thank you.
nice.
Thank you. I'll be here all week.
Yeah.
Nice.
You fish?
Who? Do I fish? Who's asking? Not without a license. Not gonna catch me.
You can fish on in privately owned and not have a license.
Like I have enough money to afford a private lake.
Or pond.
You think my aquarium's gonna fit my goldfish?
Why do you
on
assume
the
that I'm
hook?
talking about you owning it?
You're the one talking to me.
No, you don't have to own it. You can fish at a friend's lake or
Yeah,
pond or stream.
I have rich friends with lakes and ponds. Hey, can I use your lake?
You have to be rich.
Yeah, lakes
Yeah,
are
don't look
public,
at me.
Look, he's got a lake. Look, he's rubbing his leg. He's got a lake.
What's that? to do with anything?
Nervous.
I like that I wasn't targeted for having a lake.
Yeah, I know you don't have a lake. You got an
Thank you.
ocean, Jamaica.
That's not.
The Pacific Ocean over there.
You got a whole Gulf.
No, we did this already, but the Pacific's on the other side.
See, remember, Atlantic is the East Coast.
Yeah, because this
There
is
you
that
go.
one Office episode.
Yeah.
yeah, the Office episode. Yep.
I just realized an easier mnemonic when I was talking.
What?
East, Atlantic, West, Pacific.
That's not-
W and P.
What? How is that in what?
EA is close together. WP is close together.
EA Sports in the game.
It's, in the, it's all in the game.
Wow.
Dadgummit.